North American news, I'm Dave from playhurling.com. You can go to playhurling.com/shop for all your hurling equipment needs. We're now stocking Martin Ash hurls, so you can find the link below. In this episode, we're taking a look at what happened in April of 2023.
That's it, Kevin.
In new club news, the University of Memphis now has a hurling club. The club was started in April by a player of the Athens Hurling Club and are actively looking for new players. Also, the Delco Gaels, who are formerly a youth club, now have adult teams. More on that in a bit. Go show your support for this new club and team. I'll leave a link to all the details below. If you're new to hurling, go to playhurling.com/clubs to find one of the 180 clubs near you. In North Carolina, hurling was featured as the first pitch at a baseball game. Red Wolves Hurling Club poked out the first pitch at a Kannapolis game. This is the second time that hurling has been featured as the first pitch. The first time was in September 2022 in Missoula, Montana. In Pennsylvania, Philadelphia GA hosted the Philly Sevens Hurling and Camogie tournament. Jersey Shore brought home the Division I Hurling Cup, and Baltimore GA are Camogie champions. And newly formed Delco Gaels won in the Division II Hurling. Here's Paddy Rooney from the Delco Gaels to talk more about this.
Hello there, my name is Paddy Rooney Jr. with the Delaware County Gaels. We've been a club here based in the Philadelphia area for the past 30 years, and we've recently started our hurling and camogie teams. We had our first official action this past weekend in the Philadelphia Sevens tournament, and our hurlers were fortunate enough to win the junior bracket. If you're ever interested in playing hurling or camogie, you can reach out to us on our Instagram or Facebook pages. Just simply type in Delco Gaels GAA and we'll pop right up. Thanks for having us.
In Georgia, Pooler GAA taught camogie to a women's lacrosse team and they were naturals at it.
Let's just go out and off to the other.
Hit it over him!
Another camogie and lacrosse collaboration happened this April, this time in New Jersey. Waterford's Port Law Camogie Club had a cultural exchange trip to New Jersey. During their trip, they played a camogie demonstration match at a local high school and taught some basic skills to the lacrosse team. In Tennessee, Nashville GAC hosted the Music City Invitational while celebrating their 10-year anniversary, and playhurling.com provided slitters for the tournament. Teams from across the Southeast and Midwest travelled to Nashville to compete, with Knoxville GAC bringing home the cup. During his recent presidential visit to Ireland, Joe Biden attended a camogie match. This isn't the first time he's been introduced to hurling. In 2016, then Taoiseach Enda Kenny presented Joe Biden with a hurling sitter. In New Hampshire, Wolves Hurling Club hosted the Northeast Hurling Sevens tournament. Worcester Fenians brought home the trophy, beating Hartford in a well-contested final. April's photo of the month goes to Cuchulainn, Vancouver. Their local photographer, Mugged, captured all the action at their Hurling 11s final at the end of April. April's video of the month goes to Clan Gael Toronto for this hurling trick shot through a basketball hoop. Also an honourable mention to the New Hampshire goalie ghost. April's Club of the Month goes to the Charleston Hurling Club, who took over the Play Hurling social media accounts both in March and April. Thanks so much to Brian for providing coverage of the Camden Cup and the Holy City Cup over the past 2 months. In the Holy City Cup, Savannah GA won in the hurling and Team Georgia won in the camogie. Camogie has been rapidly growing in the southeast, and this is evident with the Team Carolinas and Team Georgia camogie final. If you haven't already, make sure to give Charleston Hurling Club a follow. I'll leave a link to all their details below. Are you looking to get started with hurling or camogie in North America this May? Here are a few tournaments to look out for. On May 13th, Fox River Hurling Club will be hosting the Brian Pierce Memorial Tournament at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. There are several tournaments happening on May 20th. Montreal Shamrocks will be hosting teams from all over Canada and the US for their annual Montreal May Tournament. Michael Cusick's Hurling Club Chicago will be hosting the Spring Hurling Tournament at Chicago Gaelic Park. Greenville Gaels will be hosting the Greenville Invitational Hurling Tournament, and the Greenville Gaels will be hosting their annual Paul McCurry Memorial Youth Cup. From May 27th to 28th, San Diego GA will be hosting the iconic West Coast Sevens tournament during Memorial Day weekend. For this tournament, games are modified from the traditional game of 15 players to 7 players on a reduced size pitch. To find these tournaments and more, go to playhurling.com/events. And that's it for this episode of Hurling in North America News. Thank you so much for watching. And if you need any hurling equipment, go to playhurling.com/shop for hurls, hammocks, slitters, and anything else you may need. And I'll see you guys in the next video.